Hi, this is Elizabeth with the Great Smoky Mountain Association, and today we're continuing our tour of Cades Cove. We're going to visit the Cable Mill area. The Cable Mill area is the crown jewel of this mountain culture museum. Here you'll find year-round deer grazing in the fields, a great visitor center and store, lots of historical buildings, and a working grist mill. Here's a great place to start your visit at the Cable Mill area. It's the Cades Cove official visitor center. Inside they have all the goodies that you find in the visitor centers, booklets, t-shirts, warm fleeces and things like that. But they also have rangers, so I'm going to find out if the miller's here today, and hopefully he's grinding some corn and we can go have a visit with him. Park rangers are often on site with special interest exhibits and ready to answer your questions. What are they? This is big.
Well, what do you think this would be? It's really large.
I guess I think it's a wolf.
It
is a wolf.
It's a gray wolf.
Oh. Howdy! Welcome to Aunt Becky's house. Rebecca Cable was born here in the Cove and lived her whole life here. She actually ran a store and then a boarding house in the bottom floors here of this house. And later it became a residence, and she lived here until she died at the ripe old age of 96 in 1940. Rebecca Cable's house was moved to the Cable Mill area, along with this barn and several buildings which were essential to the settler's survival. The corn crib, the smokehouse, and the molasses furnace. Molasses making was a big social event in the fall. The sorghum cane stalks were cut and then the leaves were stripped off, and then they ran the stalks through a roller like this, which was powered by a horse or a mule pulling that long pole around in a circle. The water-powered grist mill sits on its original site and is still in use today. Well, I have a very special treat right now because I'm here at the Cable Mill with Ken, who's the miller today. And Ken, tell us a little bit about the process of what's going on here.
We're grinding corn now. This is white field corn. That's all the settlers grew here in the Cove. The process was the people would grow their own corn, they'd shuck and shed it, and bring it to the miller, and he kept 1/8 of it for himself. That's called taking his total. But he would pour it in the top hopper here, and it would gravity feed to that little hopper, and the shaft would shake it on down.
Is the stone down inside?
Yeah, there's two of them. The bottom stone is
there
here.
It is, Jill, look.
This one's stationary. The top stone one actually does the turning. Now these go back to 1868. They're original stones. We go in about every 4 or 5 years and recut the grooves, redress them. They were cut from granite here in the Cove. Just a chipping hammer and a hammer and chisel. That little metal wheel here in the front would raise and lower your top stone, so that adjusts how fine a course you grind.
Oh, I see.
And it comes out there on the far side, which whatever the people brought it to him in, sack or basket or whatever, that's what they would take it home here.
Now, what was the main crop that they would be grinding here?
By far it was corn, mostly. Wheat was a secondary crop to them. Flour was for special occasions, church socials, Sunday dinners, things like that. But corn was everyday meal for them. They ate it about 3 times a day in one form or another.
Like what, cornbread?
Cornbread.
Corn pancakes?
There you go, making mush or billing fish and vegetables to fry.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Muffins.
So the building itself, it's been here, this is the original building, right?
It is. This is 1868. Well, between 65 and 68. It took about 3 years to build it.
Tell us about how the river powers the mill. The stream
Okay, now this is what's called an overshot mill. Anytime you have the water flowing over the top of the wheel. Back up here, probably 150 yards, it came off the main stream, Mill Creek. Dug a channel out, that's called a raceway. And notice that joins wood flume here. The flume goes over the top of the wheel. There's a lot of trial and error into it.
I bet. So once the wheel starts turning, what is that power in here?
Well, up underneath here, there's 6 gears.
I see a couple of them there,
Yeah, now, originally they were all wood peg gears.
Wow.
But as they could afford to, they did change over these metal gears. And the big bull gear in the back, it's a wood frame, but it still has the metal ring gear around it. But that ends up giving us a 25-to-1 ratio. One turn of the water wheel is 25 to the top stone.
Okay.
Now, what we're grinding go for livestock feed now.
Oh, it would? It will. So it'll be used?
It will.
Nice. Be sure to watch parts 1 and 3 of our Cades Cove Auto Tour, where we explore the rest of the Loop Road.